Yeah, yeah. Hi, everybody. This is Hi Cancers. This is your Cancer reading for the month of February. My cat keeps getting up here. So that's what I was talking to right when it started, or who I was talking to. Um, this is for all Cancer signs for the month of February, and I call it the Homework Family Readings. Now, you guys are going through some new individual discovery of yourself within your relationships. Cat fur. Going through some discovery of yourself, some new identification within your relationships. And I mean, I feel like it's a good thing, but it's funny because what spirit gave me when I first pushed play, and because that is the way that it all works with me, they were giving me is you have some funerals or some enemies that you are letting their funerals be, or open enemies that have shown you that they can more or less be dead to you now. That it's not part of the relationship anymore. It's not part of who and what you are anymore. Or I'm being told for some of you that that is a spiritual connection and something that you are coming to intuition, trusting, discovering, acknowledging, and that you will need to take action. And for those of you, I guess, that are on that level, they're saying, oh, well, what do you fear? What do you fear? What's keeping you from doing that? Because I guess, like I said, because what they gave me clearly was open enemies, funeral, and they're giving me you have the education, which is meaning you have the knowledge in front of you now. But they're asking me again, what do you fear? What do you fear from letting it go? Is there anything else we need to go in? I mean, for some of you, they're saying, you're still a little bit in confusion. Maybe that's denial or deciding on the shift. But there's definitely a shift that's taking place, that's coming into a new level of security, a new level of identity, spiritually, soulfully. And that has to do with the astrology because it's really going to start definitely showing itself more after the 18th and into the next month. But these are things that have been leading you into that direction. um, what 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 else am I getting? For some of you, it's judgment. Some of you, it's family judgment. For some of you, it's being don't let others and the outer world put their spin on what they think's best for you. You already know what's best for you. That you have to trust and believe in it. Don't worry about disappointing them. More or less, don't be worried about it, but the question is don't fear it and be worried about disappointing them. You don't want to disappoint yourself. So this has to do with, personal judgment, personal growth, not allowing others' opinions to manipulate or drive your opinion, your direction, because that's just going to lead to frustration and anger and lead you away from what you truly want. Trust in yourself is what I'm being given for those of you who are having an issue in that area. Otherwise, when I first started, I was pulling cards, and the first thing that came out was the Princess of Discs. So this is a very grounded energy. It is the Yi tree. It is all about rebirth. It is birthing new ideas. It is earth energy in general. It is a transformational energy or action. So this is definitely coming into a new place of power, a new place of what I feel like I was just hurt. What I feel was you're coming into a new place of being settled in yourself and settled in your soulfulness and settled in your direction and what you want. And you're starting to see more of what that is and trust in it. And then what I'm getting is the Prince of Discs. And this is, again, started dealing with grounded manifestation and growth. This is the chariot of earth, pulling you through, like pulling you through the trenches. This is showing you your purpose, your direction, your desire, your inspiration, going after, even though it's an earth energy, trusting in yourself, going after your fire. But both of them are earth energies, both grounded, brand new beginning, a new direction, a new drive. So I feel like if you are trusting in yourself, then it's going well. It's going in the right direction. It's just for those of you who are in doubt about it, more or less you were just given some validation is really what I feel like that was about. Yeah, because then you're getting the strength card. The strength card. So this is just about trusting it, believing in it, following through with it, trusting in yourself. Success is going to come. So I mean, this is a good things. This is coming into a new platform, a new level. This one's speaking to you of the eternal flame within you. It is the last judgment, coming into a new direction, a new place of authority within your soulfulness, within your eternal flame. This is the Thoth deck. So for many people, this deck is hard to understand, but this is the one that's calling for you. It is a golden dawn, a resurrection. It is the push through to the other side. So I feel like this is definitely just a glorious thing coming out. And see, I just put it back in the deck and popped right back out. So, I mean, I feel like this is definitely happiness. As long as you're trusting in yourself and you keep following through with your heart and soul and your spiritual development and you're coming into your authenticity, then you've got nothing but good things coming your way. Confidence, what is this? This is the Prince of Wands. So, I mean, this is really a lot of very positive, good things coming your way. But it's just saying, reminding you, the High Priestess. I mean, everything's coming your way. You just are in the process of creating it. You're in the process of bringing it into fruition. And a lot of that is going to have to do with, letting go of the past, letting go of what ultimately was not in alignment with you anymore. Again, it's coming right back out. But I also had another deck that was talking before I get into the astrology. I mean, and this is kind of the same stuff that's written in your astrology. So, I mean, they're saying coming into a deeper reasoning, a deeper being of you. This is from I Ching. It's called The Clinging. It speaks to you of the south and the summer. It speaks to you of to radiate. It is the fire, the illumination, the inspiration, the devotion, the all consuming passion of the regeneration, spirituality, virtue, enlightenment. This is clinging to your inner fire. So I mean, as long as you're staying the course, it seems like it's going to be glorious, but it's also a process that you are definitely working through and that you are still coming to know yourself on as you are setting the manifestation of it. Now, I may be coming back to the cards in a minute, but I want to get into the astrology. February, the second half of the month is a lot more progressive, a lot more action oriented, a lot more pushing forward. The first half of the month was kind of like taking inventory, clarity, understanding. Now let's get up and go and do it. The 14th, Mercury moves out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. On the 16th, you have the full moon, which will be taking place in Leo. It does have some uh, obstacles here, which are soulful obstacles, but as long as you're, working your truth, then you're going to be just fine. On the 18th, the sun moves into Pisces. And then let me go back a day. On the 17th, Mars actually crosses in front of Venus. Now, Mars and Venus have been like this, really close to each other, but, for a while now. And that's bringing in a lot of yin and yang, a lot of ego and divinity, a lot of value and security, consciousness versus confidence, kind of seeing the true spectrum here of masculine and feminine and all of its truths. But masculine's going to pass in front of Venus, saying, you've had the time to learn this. It's time to go to work, more or less. So I'm saying sometime right around this full moon, it's going to start definitely moving in a full steam ahead energy of taking action and really putting movement on. And like I said, with what you're getting with your cards and everything, and what I was just told, as long as you stay in your heart space, you stay true with yourself in your heart space, then this is not going to be a problem. This is just you stay clinging to your fire and you're going to go in the right direction. It's just you're still getting all of your P's and Q's, your T's and your T's crossed, your I's dotted. You're coming into the clarity here and really starting to move forward. So let's look a little bit at your astrology. And for you as Cancers, your 7th house, which has been the relationship zone, has been Capricorn energy. And Capricorn's been what's completely been up and down and all over the place because it's been fully loaded. Capricorn had Mercury retrograde in it. Then it had Mercury shadow in it, Mercury retrograde in it. Then it had Mercury shadow as it's coming out of retrograde. It's about to leave and go into Aquarius. But it's also had Venus here. It's also had Mars here. It's had Pluto here. It's had Vista here. So this is saying in the relationship zone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, in your relationship zone, all of the truths within the relationship have already shown themselves. Mercury retrograde brought it up. The yin and the yang of the masculine and the feminine. The Mars showing you your inner warrior, your inner confidence, your inner security, your inner passion, versus Venus showing you where you're insecure and where you're valued properly and not valued properly. Mercury showing you all of the communication surrounding all of it, from the dark to the light. And you have Pluto here, which is speaking to you about truly finding yourself within the relationship, not just being a relationship or a part of that outer world and viewed as it's the two of you, but these are relationships that are more than just two people as well. Anything you care about, you have a relationship with. You have a relationship with your money. When you have no money, you know about the relationship and the lack of it. This is also speaking to you of health as well. The relationship being healthy will bring you more prosperity and more abundance and good fortune within the relationship, versus one where you're devalued and it doesn't bring you any of that. So you've been seeing all of this. And like I said, as we come to this full moon and we come into this Mars moving forward and we come into the sun moving into Pisces, you're going to definitely be like, yeah, it's time for these changes, or it's time for me to go, yeah, you're definitely part of my soul tribe, and I need to click more with you and less with you. And It's just showing you more of what is in vibration, what is in sequence, what is in alignment with you. Now, as you come out of that seventh house and you go into Aquarius, which is where the energy has been right now, this has been directing, well, over the last month, you were seeing that energy. Now it's been this whole past month, it's been going, well, let's reset the rules, walls, and boundaries. Let's see if there is anything to resurrect here. Let's see if this truly is in alignment or if it's just not capable of ever being in alignment. So you're restructuring the relationships into what is healthy and what is not, acknowledging what you want to keep and what you don't, and if it's salvageable or not. And the sun has been illuminating what is and is not salvageable. It's been illuminating where you could properly set rules, walls, and boundaries to make it salvageable versus let me show you that you're just devalued and it ain't gonna be salvageable. So it's showing you what is in alignment and what you need to do to make the alignment even stronger and more powerful. Now, the sun is going to be coming out of the eighth house, which is the rules of the relationships. It's not just the rules of the relationships, but it's your joint resources, joint efforts, joint finances. And the sun has been illuminating all of that, but the sun's about to move into Pisces. And for you, that's your ninth house. So this is getting into your ethics, your morals, your higher spirituality, your psychic energy. It's getting into your higher understanding, your learning from a spiritual point of view. It's your higher wisdom of your oneness, of your soulfulness, of your source connection. But it speaks to you also in the way of, like I said, ethics and morals here in the three-dimensional world. I always say that that ninth house is ultimately on the universal scale, it is the galactic center. So it is also speaking to you on a universal scale of the higher self communicating with you. All right. So your higher self is communicating with you from Pisces. Pisces is ruled by the 12th house, which is speaking to you about the healing it takes to acknowledge you and your source and your authenticness and your true spiritual path, your spirituality, your true spirit of you, your inner fire, and your connection with, the oneness, the source, the everything. And this is speaking to you about your vibration, your dignity, your worthiness, your value, your spirituality, the wholeness. So it's telling you where it's all just small and it's not worth lowering yourself to the smallness. Do you get what I'm saying? The sun coming in here is telling you also where you've been in your own way, where you've been in denial, where you've been unconscious to yourself within treating yourself properly, within not giving yourself the value and the respect you deserve, not believing in yourself. See, because Pisces energy is where fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. It is also where, you have illusion and delusion. It's where we believe in people being good when we know damn well that they're not gonna be. It's like they say, Pisces people bring home the stray dog. But when it's in a relationship zone, are they bringing home a stray dog or are they bringing home the stray dog that'll rob them blind? This is telling you to see people in the truth of what they are, at least at this moment. And the vibration as to what it is dealing with you and where you're trying to grow and spiritually mature and evolve, and what is in alignment with you, what alignment you want to be in, so you know where you're aiming for, what you're in denial of, so that you know what you're growing and healing with as you're maturing. So, like I said, this is coming into a whole new level of identity. Not an identity crisis, an identity knowledge, an identity value, an identity worth, and putting that out there and showing that you are at the point that you believe in yourself and you're shifting and you're changing, and that if they're not in alignment with you, then you're not going back down to their level anymore. So this is a very good thing for you. I feel very abundant for you, very, proud of you, like good for you. But what you do need to realize is your 12th house now has Lilith here. So she's also Lilith and Sirius. So they're also in your 12th house, your grief, sorrow, shame, blame, and insecurities, what you're unconscious to, what you're in denial of. They're going to be lighting the flame on you, going, this is where you stand in your own way. This is where you've harmed yourself. This is the things that you need to stop allowing to be your comfort zone. So in a form, they're only helping this situation to get stronger and grow. It's your 5th house of wanting to believe in people. Like I said, your 5th house is wanting to believe in people that might not necessarily be in alignment with you. Your 5th house is all about your fun zone. It's what makes you tick, what makes you enjoy life, what makes you want to be part of life. What are you here for? What do you enjoy? And are you getting time to do those things? Because that's where your south node is. And this is saying there's certain areas in your south node that you're probably giving up your precious time to other people. And then you can't get that time back, which takes away from your fun, takes away from your enjoyment, takes away from your exploration of you. And if they're really meant to be in your life, then they're going to support you exploring yourself and growing and spiritually evolving and coming into your authenticity and enjoying yourself and doing these things. If not, then that's because they're not really supposed to be there. They're not in alignment right now. So, I mean, I feel like the only thing that's standing in your way in any way, shape, or form is when you're afraid to let go of what's not in alignment anymore. As long as you're not afraid to let it go, then you got everything going for you in just the most positive ways. But it all comes down to believing it. It all comes down to knowing your own yin and yang, knowing what it is. Guys, I feel great for you, and I will see you guys next month in March. And I'll probably be putting out the Breaking the Cage video in the next couple days. The last card that they pulled out for you is you're coming into your Empress energy. Trust in it. I love you guys. Bye.